Okay, very good evening to all of you. I hope that I'm audible to you. If I'm audible to you, please write yes in the chat box. So this is another special session from our side, which is on the, I would say, supporting aspect of the preparation. I know that you're preparing for CAT. I know that things are going well, things are going okay, things are going bad for some. Still, the aspect with respect to your preparation of other management entrance tests is very, very important. Is my voice okay? Is my voice okay? Is it clear? I got a response that it is low. Is it so? All okay. Okay, fair enough. So I think those who are facing, one or two kids who are facing the problem of voice, they may go out and then come back again. Horror voice बोल रहा है दीपक मेरे को, हाँ कोई बात नहीं. Okay, so I'm going to discuss all other management entrance tests. Okay, primarily with respect to, let us say, the exams that all of you can take, or exams that all of you can appear for, and what is the advantage. Okay, no issues, Deepak, no issues. So let's begin. So Sarthak is saying that volume low होगी उसके laptop की, आपकी आवाज लो नहीं हो सकती. I accept that and I appreciate that. Okay, so let's understand these OMETs first. अभी बिल्कुल chat बंद कर दो, ज़्यादा chat मत करो अभी, वरना फिर distraction होता है. Okay, so let's begin first. See, all of you are preparing for CAT. Things are going fine. Things are going okay. Things are going fast. Things are going slow. Everyone is preparing in his own way. Everyone is struggling hard. We are trying hard, but we should not lose hopes. So the biggest hope for all CAT takers is other management entrance tests. And the moment I say OMETs typically mean other management entrance tests, and it's a bundle of exams that you can take, which can probably take you to a new height, or probably to increase the window of opportunity, towards your MBA goal. So I would not say that these are the main exams now, main target, no, but this is a supportive target. So if we look at, let us say we are preparing for CAT, then we can always look at these exams as हमको एक आध मदद मिल जाएगा, support मिल जाएगा. And if I'm not able to perform in those 2 hours, then probably, these exams are there to support me. Okay, so let's understand one by one all the exams. Let's understand one by one their pattern and what all you guys need to do, what is the date, etc. So now listen to me carefully on certain points. Point number 1, whenever you apply to any OMET, you apply to the allied institutes of the OMET separately. तो यहाँ पे 2 प्रकार के applications होते हैं. The first application is to the exam. So I'm registering myself to ZAT. Then I'll be registering myself to XLRI. And then I'll be registering myself to a couple of other institutes where ZAT score is accepted and I wish to apply to that institute. So do not get confused with the exam application that I've applied to ZAT. That means I've applied to XLRI. No, you will have to apply separately to XLRI, separately to XIM, and separately to the other institutes. Similarly, when you apply to SNAP, as an exam. That is registration for the exam. Now you will have to apply to institutes separately. So you're not supposed to fill all the institutes of these exams. No. We will be guiding you which all institutes you have to fill, which all institutes you have to apply. So do not fill institutes right now. Right now, our focus is on applying to Right now our focus is applying to the exams, to more and more exams, so that we increase, let us say, our window of opportunity to go for an MBA course from some of the top B schools in the country. That is why we are applying to these institutes और these exams also. Okay, तो आप ये मत सोचो कि आपको स्नैप कर दिया तो आपको स्नैप का 16 का 16 इंस्टीट्यूट में अप्लाई करना होगा. नो, आपने स्नैप को अप्लाई करना है. अभी किसमें अप्लाई करना है? इंडिविजुअल इंस्टीट्यूट में. दैट विल गाइड यू, डोंट वरी. सो देयर आर टू मेथड्स फॉर दैट. फर्स्ट इज नाउ नेक्स्ट वीक, मे बी नेक्स्ट वीक ऑनवर्ड्स, आप नेक्स्ट वीक टेंटेटिवली मान लो आपका एक सेशन होगा, बी स्कूल सिलेक्शन सेशन, वेयर विल गिव यू अ लिस्ट ऑफ स्कूल्स, देयर रैंकिंग्स, where all with location, with their ranking, with their time ranking, and with a typical placement structure, fee structure, everything, so that you can jot down your own list. And then we will be sitting with you personally in our personal counseling sessions from October first week, September end, where we'll guide you that last 1 month what all you can do and which all institutes you can apply to based on your performance in your NCATs, और जो भी कोई आपने बाकी के टेस्ट दिए हैं उनकी परफॉर्मेंस का बेसिस पे वी कैन डिसाइड दैट. ओके, सो दिस इज द होल एजेंडा दैट you guys have to keep in mind. Okay, so let's move. So this is the tentative timetable for this year. किसी का ड्यू डेट नहीं जाएगा, बिल्कुल चिंता मत करो, है ना. हमको पता है कि आपसे अप्लाई करवाना है. CAT November, ZAT January, SNAP December, January, NMAT October, November, December, CMAT January, IFT December, MAT September, December, February, May, MyCAT January, TISNET December. Okay, so these are the exams. This is the tentative month, and this is primarily they are conducted for example, CAT, you all know it is for IIMs. For Z it is primarily for XLRI. But there are 150 allied B schools accepting that score. Similarly, SNAP, there are 16 symbiosis allied colleges accepting SNAP score. NMAT is primarily for NMIMS, but now it is more than 50 business schools across the country, more than 50 allied business schools across the country, and some international schools also accepting, and some 24 international schools also accepting NMAT score. So it is now become a very common exam, and again you guys will be writing it and I'll be advising you to write it. CMAT is primarily conducted for all India IICT colleges. IFT is conducted for IFT Delhi, Kolkata, Kakinada campus. MAT एक आईमा लाइट कॉलेजेस के लिए अलग से लिस्ट मिलती है आपको. माइका अहमदाबाद के लिए होगा. टिसनेट टिस मुंबई के लिए होगा. It is a specialized exam. It is for a specialized course. Similarly, MyCAT is a specialized exam. It is for a specialized course. इस पे बाद में बात करेंगे because ये specialized course है. Everyone is not looking for these specialized courses. Only few people who are interested in these specialized program, they go for it. किसी ने पूछा AICT colleges means all colleges of India which are under the affiliation of All India Council for Technical Education. It is mandate for them to accept CMAT score. So couple of top ranked colleges also would be there accepting CMAT score. That will be discussing later on in your B school selection session. Okay, so this is the list of all the exams. अब एक बात समझो, अपन कैट का तैयारी कर रहे हैं, बिल्कुल ठीक है, लेकिन 4 बड़े एग्जाम आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हैं. ZAT, SNAP, NMAT, CMAT. ये 4 बड़े एग्जाम हैं. आई एम नॉट काउंटिंग IFT इन बड़ा एग्जाम, because IFT is only for one specific institute, that is IFT Delhi, Kolkata. Okay, so मैं ये नहीं कह रहा है बहुत बड़ा एग्जाम है, and बहुत बड़ा constant है IFT में, only a specific percentile people will be applying. For example, we people say that approximately 80 percentile consistently in all the NCATs. I think one should look at IFT as an exam. 75-80 percentile consistently चल रहा है मेरा NCATs में. So I should look at this exam. Otherwise, I should not look at this exam. Very honest picture I am giving you. Now, next point is that that 4 major exam I said: ZAT, SNAP, NMAT, CMAT. और मैं ये भी नहीं कह रहा कि इन एग्जाम्स पे थोड़ा सा फोकस करने के बाद में अपन कैट पे से फोकस बंद कर देंगे. आई एम नॉट सेइंग सो. मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूं दैट दीज एग्जाम्स आर probably giving you a window of opportunity that if not CAT, then probably we have a hope from other exams also, and you should not lose hope. इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि आपकी जो अपॉर्चुनिटी विंडो है वो बढ़ जाती है. ओके, this is typically what you guys have to understand. SPJET, that is very specific only for the Dubai campus. They accept that. It's a dual country program. SPJ in Dubai, they accept that. SPJ in Mumbai, they are accepting Indian exams also. It is for global MBA. Okay, so not considered here in this discussion. Okay, now let's come to some of the main points. Let's start with NMAT. So NMAT, as of now we have discussed one. As of now we have discussed once that no, I am saying 80 percentile plus consistently. If you are getting, so 90 of course lies above 80. 80 percentile plus consistently. है ना? I am not saying 90 वाला नहीं भरेगा. I am saying 80 percentile plus consistently will fill it. Now, language skills. We have discussed this once in NMAT. Okay, so NMAT they have done language, quant, and logical reasoning. Okay. 36 questions, 36 questions, 36 questions. Okay, so it is all about 108 and it is almost 28 minutes, 52 minutes, 40 minutes. Sectional time limits are there, and you have an option to start your own section, select your own order. So you can start with your own favorite section. That is, your order is in your hand and you can do that in NMAT by GMAT. Only one exam where you will get this opportunity. Now, NMAT dates. This is the registration fees. So I'm not taking much time on this. This is the registration fees. Not taking much time on this. Okay. Let's move to NMAT. Somebody asked me how is the score. So NMAT scores are given within 48 hours of taking the exam. It's a scale score. You get ranging from 12 to 120. I have already done a session on NMAT. You can actually watch that video. It is available on our YouTube channel. Please watch that video for all your doubts of NMAT. Now, my submission here, almost all exams that we are talking about are computer-based tests. NMAT is a computer adaptive test. NMAT is a computer adaptive test. And computer adaptive test means you will have to move as per the random selection of questions. And the difficulty level of the questions would vary. The moment you move up the ladder by marking the answers right, you will get a difficult question. So your range of scores will move up. Okay. If you look at the cutoffs last year, then they were fairly high, 235 plus, 220 plus, 220 plus, with a sectional breakup of 75, 75, 75 in each section. Okay. This is about NMAT 20. NMAT accepting scores, there are some good business schools in the country other than NMIMS accepting NMAT score. Like KJ Somaya is accepting NMAT score, Shivnadar Institute of Management Studies, Xavier University, SDA Bocconi. There are a couple of very good institutes accepting NMAT score. So schools like Universal, schools like a couple of other schools accepting NMAT scores. No, they are not in the order of their ranking. They are just randomly placed. Okay. Don't worry about the colleges. We'll be doing separate sessions for that. Don't worry, just relax. Okay. Now, schools in South Africa, schools in Philippines, schools in Nigeria. Okay. So these are some of the schools, international schools accepting NMAT score. Okay. Time will offer you, I think, 8 computer adaptive tests on NMAT. Don't worry, Prashant, just relax. If you're a classroom student, you will get 8 full-length tests on NMAT, which are computer adaptive tests. Okay. Now let's come to the important dates. That is relatively important right now at this stage, because अगर ये date चला गया तो फिर आपको दिक्कत हो जाएगा. Institute dates, you always have an option. Institutes usually extend their dates. So I always say institute dates बहुत ज़्यादा टेंशन का काम नहीं होता. But I always say exam date चला गया तो फिर कोई कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा, because this is, this is exam date. They usually don't extend the exam date. For example, registrations already started 31st August. Registration will close on 27th November. So you have time till 27th November. Registration fee 27 November closes हो जाएगा. Admit card. Now we are talking about SNAP right now. Okay, please see, I'm talking about SNAP. Okay. Acha, one more point, one valid point. NMAT says that you can take my exam multiple times, but for NMIMS, I'll be accepting your first score. That's your first score. Okay, understand. They also say that for other institutes, you can write it multiple times. And to apply to NMIMS, you will have to apply a day before the date of the exam. So agar mera date, suppose karo, for example, I'm just giving you an example, 10th October is my date. So my NMIMS application date will close on 9th October. So that eventually means inference. What we can infer is, if I have to apply to NMIMS, then I have to apply to NMAT and NMIMS. So I cannot wait for NMAT to happen and then I'll apply to NMIMS. ठीक है ना? NMAT वाला वीडियो डिटेल में जाके देख लेना, उसमें सब NMAT का ही बात किया है. SNAP. Another major entrance exam is, Pranav has asked me a question. First score मतलब NMAT 3 attempt में से best attempt. Pranav, यही मैं समझा रहा हूँ. This is the change. This used to happen till last year, but now they say that to apply to NMIMS, जो भी आपका पहला एग्जाम होगा, फर्स्ट एग्जाम ईयर मींस जो भी आपका पहला एग्जाम होगा, आपने एग्जाम 1, एग्जाम 2, एग्जाम 3 लिया, जो भी आपने सबसे पहले एग्जाम लिया, उसका हम आपका स्कोर NMIMS के लिए लेंगे. ठीक है ना? Now, what is the benefit of giving multiple attempts? अच्छा, देखो कुछ लोगों को लगता है कि मैंने एक बार कोई अटेम्प्ट दे दिया तो मेरा शायद दोबारा स्कोर आ जाएगा, दोबारा दूंगा तो शायद अच्छा स्कोर आ जाएगा. ओके, नाउ come to the point of SNAP. नहीं, आपने कुछ गलत देख लिया होगा. स्नैप की जो विंडो आई है, 3 विंडो आई है इस बार स्नैप की. ओके, 19 दिसंबर, 8 जनवरी, 16 जनवरी. ओके, so there are 3 windows. Again, you can take any one. Now question is, which is the best one? You can take any 2 also. Up to 2 you can take. Okay, up to 2 you can take. So when I say up to 2 you can take, so I think 2 means increase in form fees. Of course यार ये सारा गेम फॉर्म फीस के लिए होता है. तुम लोग मतलब इतना रीजनिंग पढ़ते हो फिर भी ये क्वेश्चन पूछते हो. 19 दिसंबर 21, 8 जनवरी, 16 जनवरी तुम लोग कोई भी दो ले सकते हो. ओके, जो बेटर स्कोर होगा वो ये काम में ले लेंगे. You can decide. Actually there's a gap of only 8 days in these two windows. So if you have to actually take, then you can take this and this, or if you have to take one, then I think 16 January would be a good deal, because you will have slightly more extra time after CAT and you can prepare. Now 27 नवंबर लास्ट डेट है रजिस्ट्रेशन की, है ना. तो आपको कल ही भरना है फॉर्म, ऐसा मैंने नहीं कहा. ठीक है. नाउ नहीं सिद्धांत, आई वुड नॉट से दैट वन एग्जाम इज इजियर और द अदर एग्जाम. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. दे यूजुअली इक्वेट दी स्कोर्स. सो स्केल स्कोर्स है, एंड यू विल बी गेटिंग आई थिंक स्केल स्कोर्स एंड इक्वेटेड स्कोर्स. तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता उससे. ये मत सोचना कि इसका आसान होगा. एग्रीड. नाउ let's move. बेटा 16 जनवरी को शकरात रहेगी पास में, तूने ऐसा कहा. लेकिन एक बात और भी ध्यान रखना, 16 जनवरी से 6 दिन पहले कैट का रिजल्ट भी आ जाएगा, है ना. तो वो भी एक बात रहेगा. 16 जनवरी को अगर मैं लिखता हूं तो वन कांस्टेंट इज 10th को 9th को कैट का रिजल्ट भी आ जाएगा. तो इट इज नॉट अबाउट कि आई एम एंजॉयिंग माय फेस्टिवल. व्हेन वी प्रिपेयर फॉर कैट that particular year we forget festivals. या तो तैयारी में निकल जाएंगे फेस्टिवल, या रिजल्ट आ रहा होगा तब फेस्टिवल आएगा. सो फॉरगेट फेस्टिवल्स. तुम लोग यार बहुत बदमाश हो, है ना. मजे बहुत करते हो. चलो आगे चलो. नहीं ये मजाक नहीं है, ये सच है. सो they say that 1st February will be releasing their result of written exam, and then you will be called for interview in the month of March first week, February end, March first week. They are the first one to start their GDPI process. ये तो अभी थोड़ा लेट कर दिया इन्होंने. They are the first one to start their GDPI process. They are the first one to ask for fees also. So by the end of let us say April first week, ये तो अपना प्रोसेस खत्म करके बोलेंगे फीस दे दो, and they take full fees. One test, 2 state, you decide. According to me, one test is sufficient, because we will have to intelligently allocate the budgets. So exam budgets should not be such exorbitant that we are not able to apply to the institutes because of the exam budget. So again we have to keep this thing in mind. अपने को एग्जाम बजट को भी ध्यान में रखना है और इंस्टीट्यूट बजट को भी ध्यान में रखना है. Then we'll be applying. Snap. Exam is a little different. Okay. RC verbal ability 15 questions. Quant DIDS 20 questions. Reasoning 25 questions. In all 60 questions. Okay. So it's a relatively short test. 60 question test. When IM interview takes place. Okay. IM interviews usually takes place in the month of March to April. March, April. Okay. So what they'll be asking in interviews, again, you are asking a question in OMETs about interviews. So why do you cross connect the channels? Okay. I'll be taking separate sessions for them. Okay. Now, Snap 21 will be a computer based test. A snap test is of 60 minutes duration. They are testing you in these 3 areas. Last year they introduced this pattern, and they will be having 25% negative marking. Okay. Now, if a candidate appears for 2 tests, the higher score will be considered for final percentile. Okay. Now, this is the list of institutes accepting SNAP score. In this list, SIBM Pune, SMHRD Pune, SIB Pune, SIBM Bangalore are some of the institutes which are typically accepted as, you can say, top 4 institutes of SNAP. Iske baad you will find that there are, this is for operations management, this is for computer science, this is for digital technology management, this is for management studies, this is for IT, this for mass communication. So you will have banking and finance, okay, health sciences, okay. So this is like, most of them are specialized institutes after a point, okay. So whichever institutes you wish to apply, you will have to apply to that institute separately, okay. आपको उसको अलग से अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. इनकी सबकी डेट्स अलग होंगी. You will have to check their individual website and then you will have to apply through their individual websites. Time will be sending you emails with respect to the deadlines, dates for almost all the institutes. So no worries about that. Okay. हाँ, जो भी फीस है वो लगेगा यार, उसमें तो मैं ज्यादा नहीं कर सकता कुछ. Now, थोड़ा सा देखना 15 questions of English. Para based 1 question, grammar based 4 question, fill in the blank 6 question, vocab based 4 question. So 15 questions were distributed in this format. Now, if you look at 15 questions last year, there was not a single RC passage. There was not a single RC passage. Majority of the questions were which you can attempt fast, Okay. So you can see para based bhi ek hi hai, grammar based, fill in the blank, vocab based. So major chunk was from grammar based, fill in the blank, vocab based. Okay. No RC passage in this paper. If you look at 25 questions of logical reasoning and analytical reasoning, they were distributed from almost all areas, where maximum number of questions 4 came from one area, that is blood relationship. Rest 1 2 question from each area. Time has given you a special booklet SM for reasoning. Okay, so you will find all these topics in that reasoning book and you can practice from that reasoning book. No need to do any book separately or anything separately. That is more than sufficient. Now, as far as quant is concerned, again 20 questions were distributed in almost all areas, right from equations, ratios, PPL, time, work, trigonometry, logarithm, everything was there except for any question from higher maths. So this was one more thing you can see. Majority of the questions were from an easy category, So it is all about speed maths that plays a major role, because you really need to move fast for this particular test, because you have only 60 minutes in hand for the entire test. Okay. I hope things are going as per your understanding. Now, another exam, ZAT. I call it just next to CAT. पहले एक बार ये बात कर लेते हैं स्नैप. आप में से जिसको भी सिम्बायोसिस इंस्टीट्यूट में अप्लाई करना है, you should take SNAP. SNAP is a large mass exam. Many people, majority of the MBA entrance test takers, they write SNAP. So SNAP एक बड़ा exam बन गया है. और relatively the difficulty level of SNAP is easier as compared to CAT. So people they look at that window कि कहीं ना कहीं मुझे जगह मिल जाएगी इसमें. So they try to write SNAP. ZAT is a relatively tougher exam. On the other hand, again, there are 2 advantages of taking ZAT. ZAT is more of an exam which is based on a different section called decision making. It is not only for XLRI. If you feel that Z is only for XLRI, you're wrong. You're wrong, because majority of the institutes today, what they say that we accept CAT score, we accept ZAT score, we accept CAT stroke, ZAT stroke, CMAT. Many institutes are accepting CMAT score also. So ZAT is not only for XLRI, but there are 100 other institutes which are accepting ZAT score every year. So you can actually try your luck for other institutes through ZAT also. Most of the CAT allied institutes today accept ZAT scores also. और बहुत बार ऐसा देखा गया कि CAT में स्कोर नहीं आया, ZAT में लेके आ गया, CAT में स्कोर आ गया, ZAT में नहीं आया. So again विंडो है अपने पास. I have that window of opportunity. मैं उस अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए एग्जाम दे रहा हूँ, जिस एग्जाम से मुझे कहीं पर भी इंडिया के टॉप 10, टॉप 15, टॉप 20 कॉलेज में जाने का मौका मिल जाए. So that's the advantage of understanding ZAT. ZAT is tougher than CAT. Again, see, Yash, by now you should know tougher is purely a relative term, it's an opinion. Yes, people do say that ZAT is relatively tougher as compared to any other exam. But if you look at the other aspects of ZAT, then the cutoffs of ZAT are on a very, very lower side. So pattern, there are two parts in ZAT exam. You get 165 minutes for part 1. That is, for this part, you get 165 minutes. And for this part, you get separately 15 minutes. And GK scores are not included in the overall cutoff, except, let's say, XLRI, they look for GK scores. So they consider GK score. But other institutes, if you're looking at other allied institutes, they will not be keeping GK scores for that particular institute. हाँ, but XLRI तो लेगा. Now, if you look at ZAT, verbal ability gives you 26 questions. Decision making ability, ये नया है आपके लिए, अभी तक तो पढ़ा ही नहीं है, मैं ही पढ़ाऊंगा आपको. So I'll be teaching you this decision making. It is an extended version of critical reasoning only. In NMAT, there are certain questions called courses of action. Decision making is one step ahead of courses of action. Here we have a problem, and we understand the problem, try to find out the root cause of the problem, and then we try to draw a decision for this problem, that what should we do. So usually 7 sets are there. Usually 7 sets are there with 3 questions in each set. 7 sets, 3 questions in each set. There are 21 questions. If you look at ZAT this year, they say that ZAT registration is open for 2022. XLRI says that we are accepting ZAT score. We are accepting GMAT score. We are accepting GRE score also. ZAT 22 registration ends on November 30. Admit card download. Exam date January 2, 2022. Okay. To XLRI, you can apply to GRE GMAT also. And your score should be between this to this date. So you really need to rush to apply before 31st December 2021. How much is good GMAT score? How much is good GMAT score? 710 plus is a good GMAT score. Okay, but it depends where we are applying. Again, relative question. Now, somebody said ZK colleges के लिए अलग से apply करना पड़ेगा. Yes, yes, you will have to apply to ZK colleges also separately. What is score validity? Score validity means that GMAT score are usually considered within a window of 5 years. So XLRI says that I will accept score of the exam taken during this period. I will consider a score of the exam taken during this period. Okay. Now, all of you understand one thing, again and again asking same question. Institutes accept any exam score, they usually have their own deadlines, and deadlines are usually before the exam date. Okay, deadlines are usually before the exam date. Sometimes you may find that आपको 7 से 8 दिन का एक्सटेंशन मिल जाएगा. अभी किसी की डेडलाइन क्लोज नहीं होगी. टाइम आपको ऑफिशियल ईमेल भेजेगा फॉर एवरी इंस्टीट्यूट्स डेडलाइन. उनके वेब पोर्टल पे आपको एक टेबल मिलेगा वेयर एवरीथिंग वुड बी अवेलेबल. ऑन योर स्टूडेंट होम पेज ऑल्सो यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग, सो डोंट वरी. Verbal ability and logical reasoning, 2 questions on error identification, 1 fill in the blank, 2 questions on parajumble, 3 questions on critical reasoning, and identifying 1 incorrect question tag in 5 given sentences. We are supposed to find 1 incorrect question tag. Okay, so this is the verbal ability portion. Now, as far as RC is concerned, you will find that 6 passages, 1 poem, 5 passages, 1 poem. This is usual trend of that. 7 sets with 3 questions. This is decision making. It is a very interesting. Number 1, interesting. Number 2, based on CR concepts. And number 3, it is highly scoring. Okay, so institute whose deadlines are about to close. अभी कोई close नहीं हो रही बेटा, है ना? Don't worry, just relax. There is a negative marking in that. Okay, yes, there is a negative marking. 0.25 marks is deducted for every wrong answer. अच्छा, इसमें तो बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग सा नेगेटिव होता है, ये तो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, और तो थोड़ा जल्दी आपको बताना, आप डर जाओगे. 0.25 डिडक्टेड फॉर एवरी रॉन्ग आंसर. ओके, बियॉन्ड 8 अनअटेम्प्टेड क्वेश्चंस, 8 ही था, बियॉन्ड 8 अनअटेम्प्टेड क्वेश्चंस, जब आप 8 से ज्यादा क्वेश्चन छोड़ने पे आ जाते हो, यू गेट नेगेटिव मार्क फॉर एवरी ड्रॉप्ड क्वेश्चन, -0.10 फॉर every unattempted question. Okay, so you lose marks for not attempting also, but after 8 so no negative marking in GK section. Okay, this was last year's pattern. हाँ, अभी तू गणित लगा ले भाई, मैंने तेरे को समझा दिया. ठीक है, so that's why cutoffs are on a lower side. I have, I think, written somewhere. ये decision making था last year का, 7 sets, 3 questions each, 21 questions. Quant and DI. Okay, Quant and DI. Quant and DI में you have all possible topics from PPL, time, speed, distance. Now here you have operator based, maximum minima, special equations, probability numbers. So roughly around covering 4 questions from higher maths component. Venn diagram, DI, reasoning based DI. So this is all about quant and DI. It is a vast variety of questions from entire quant. Okay. Okay, I have not written the GK part. I'll tell you, GK part. Mainly the GK part consists of last 6 months general awareness. And I advise you, please focus on the monthly magazines that we give you. Okay? That we give you. आपको मंथली मैगजीन अगर आप ढंग से कर लोगे तो आपको कोई भी एग्जाम ऐसा नहीं है जिसका कट ऑफ आपसे नहीं निकलेगा, दैट्स फॉर श्योर. बिलीव मी, you get it in a PDF format. PDF फॉर्मेट में आपके होम पेज पे मिलती है. बताओ यार, तुमने देखी भी नहीं आज तक. ओके अरे है होम पेज पे. यू गेट मंथली मैगजीन्स ऑन योर होम पेज एंड हाँ, टाइम मैगजीन. नाउ अदर देन दिस मैगजीन we will be conducting lot of sessions. We'll be conducting lot of sessions for general awareness. You will have current affairs monthly. We'll give you outputs for the entire, like from August, September, October, November, December onwards. And you will get special sessions. You will get special eminent speakers who will be talking to you on some specific issues, so that we try to improve your GK. Basically to not only take these OMETs, but also to take care of your second stage, that is your interview as well as your essay writing part. So we develop your thought process as well as we develop your GK for OMETs. Okay, IFT exam. IFT Quant Reasoning Section A, 25 questions. Reading Comprehension and Verbal Ability, 35 questions. DILR, 30 questions. General Awareness, 20 questions. Okay. Now, here marks per question 3, 3, 3 and 1.5. Okay. तो टोटल 300 मार्क्स का अलॉटमेंट आता है 110 क्वेश्चंस में से, आउट ऑफ 110 क्वेश्चंस. हियर आल्सो व्हेन यू आर लुकिंग एट नेगेटिव मार्क्स पर क्वेश्चन, यू आर गेटिंग 3 मार्क्स पॉजिटिव एंड यू आर लूजिंग 1 मार्क. तो 1 नंबर खो रहे हो. जीके में जरूर आधा नंबर खो रहे हो और मिल भी दे रहा है. So it is basically 1/3 you are losing in every section. 1/3 you are losing in every section. Now, NTA will be conducting the IFT exam for MBA IB, that is International Business Degree Program, entrance exam as per this schedule. This is available on NTA website. You can check down the notification. Okay. Computer based test, objective type questions, MCQs, and exam will be conducted on 5th of December 2021. Okay. 5 दिसंबर 2021 को एग्जाम है. 2 घंटे 120 मिनट्स का टेस्ट है. इट्स अ मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन, कंप्यूटर बेस्ड टेस्ट. क्वांट, आरसी, VA, DILR and GK are 4 sections which will be tested. Okay. And online applications you have to submit from 2/9/21 to 15/10/21. 2/9/21 to 15/10/21. Okay. You can check NTA website for the detailed notification and an e-bulletin which is available. No, all questions are objective, multiple choice objective questions. Clear? Now, if you look at the pattern, then in quant there are 25 questions. In RCVA there are 35 questions. LRDA there are 30 questions. GK there are 20 questions. If you look at quant, algebra, pure maths, arithmetic, geometry, numbers, total number of questions 25. If you look at VARC, please see grammar 5 questions in all. अब समझ में आ रहा होगा ग्रामर क्यों पढ़ाई जाती है टाइम में. यू वर ऑलवेज ऑफ दिस ओपिनियन, पता नहीं ग्रामर क्यों पढ़ाते हैं, कैट में तो आती नहीं है. पैराजम्बल्स 3, vocab, root words 4, crosswords 1, match words 3, Matchwords 3. Now 4 passages with 16 questions. 4 passages with 16 questions. This is VARC pattern of IFT. Who should take IFT? See, IFT is a little difficult exam. Not only in terms of the difficulty level, तो खैर अब आसान हो चला है, but if you look at the number of seats which are there in IB program, MIB, at IFT Delhi, Kolkata and Kakinada, बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है. So you guys have to think carefully before applying to IFT number 1. That's why I said 85 percentile के ऊपर consistently MCAT चल रहा है, तो मत अप्लाई करना. फिर भी अगर तुम्हें लगता नहीं मैं तो करूंगा, उस केस में आपको एम IFT मिलेगा. राइट डाउन एम IFT and then look at your aim IFT score percentiles and then apply. So aim IFT could be an eye opener for you. Those who are looking for a general MBA program and are very clear that I'll be going for a general MBA program, do not apply to IFT. There is no point in applying to IFT if you're going for a general MBA program. Okay? LRDI 10 sets usually come with high difficulty level. 80 percentile के ऊपर आता है, तो ऊपर आता है तो नहीं देना चाहिए. अबे ऊपर आता है तो देना चाहिए. IFT is amongst top 10 in the country. गजब बात करता है यार. 3 out of 10 sets are easy to moderate, which are doable. Rest sets are difficult in nature. General awareness. Look at this. This is 99 आए तो भी देना चाहिए. कोई जरूरी नहीं है 99 आए तो भी ये टाइम में कॉल आ जाएगा. So you are on a wrong assumption. The questions were from diverse topics like personalities, sports, brands, geography, space science, awards. These are some of the major topics which you guys have to prepare wherever GK section would be there in these exams. So you guys have to really work hard for a written exam wherever GK is there, because it is an objective question and you have to really go in depth. Okay, is it clear? Now if you look at the cutoffs, then out of 300, Delhi it was 118, 120. I'm talking about last year. Kolkata 115, 118, Kakinada 110, 115. Okay, this is last year. There were the tentative cutoffs. Now there were sectional cutoffs also. Yes, there were sectional cutoffs for IIT Delhi, IFT Delhi and IFT Kolkata. कोई एक बुक जिसमें सारे जीके के टॉपिक कवर हो जाए, ऐसा कोई एक बुक नहीं आता. आपको मल्टीपल जगह से, मैंने आपको मैगजीन बोला, मैगजीन इज अ गुड सोर्स नंबर 1. You can also go for any Manorama yearbook. You can read that. Otherwise, our magazine will take care of most of the things. Now, another exam is CMAT. Yeah, relatively easy exam. Okay. So you have 3 hours. 100 questions, total marks 400. Okay, 100 questions, 3 hours, 400 marks. MAT, somewhere around 200 questions, total marks 800. Conducted 4 times in a year. Let's see, शायद अब 2 या 3 बार में कम कर देंगे थोड़ा. This year they'll be conducting maybe 2 times only. So let's see. CMAT accepting colleges. CMAT accepting colleges except CAT. Yes. Yes. TISNET. Now, how many of you are highly interested in 2.5 hours Slavish format? TISNET is one of the major entrance exams for TIS Mumbai. TIS Mumbai also offers specialized programs. their main program is MA HR. And for MA HR, you have to take TISMET separately. It's a 45 question test TISMET that you have to take along with TISNET. So TISMET. 100 minutes duration is of TISNET. No sectional time limit and sectional cutoffs. No negative marking. Each question had 4 options. TISMET is mandatory for MA, HRM and LR. MA, ODO, CL. No sectional time limit and sectional cutoffs. Negative marking 0.25 for every wrong answer. Test duration 30 minutes. TISMET is a mandatory test for this course. That is our MBA program. Okay. Now, question is, how is MA HRM? See, human resource management of tests is one of the best program in the country for human resource management. So you can safely apply to these programs. If you are highly interested in human resource management, what is ODCL? Okay, Organization Development Change and Leadership Program. Organization Development Change and Leadership Program. Again, it's a program offered at TIS, IFT, not for general MBA. Why? Because they do not offer a general MBA. Because they offer an international business program, MID. Level of difficulty at TIS is high because test takers are more and number of seats are very less. And core specific people who are very much interested in HR or labor relation or organization development, they apply. Okay. So this is not that easy cakewalk. MyCAT is another exam which is primarily for MICA, those people who are interested in marketing, communications, advertising, and they feel that they have that bent of mind towards marketing. They are those people who can do a course in advertising. I think MyCAT is one of the major exams for them. MyCAT accepts CAT score, but along with CAT, you have to apply to MyCAT also. It's a 2-hour 45-minute test, which is mainly a descriptive test, which is mainly a reasoning test. You can say it's a psychometric test. It's a mixed bag of everything. So there are 3 different sections. First is descriptive, 35 minutes. Second is creativity, 105 minutes. And third is psychometric, 25 minutes. So it is a 2-hour 45 minutes test. That is MyCAT. So MyCAT is all CAT plus MyCAT for MICA. Yes, MICA Ahmedabad. MyCAT is primarily for Ahmedabad, MICA, one of the most reputed institute in the country for communications and advertisement course. Okay. Now, OMET support. Come to this very relevant point. आप लोग सबके मन में क्वेश्चन है कि इतनी तैयारी कहाँ से करनी है? Psychometric test is a test where they test you on your psyche. So certain behavioral questions are there. Special session on quant would be there. NMAT pay, SNAP pay, ZAT pay. You will get special sessions on NMAT LR, SNAP LR, ZAT LR. You will get special sessions on NMAT, SNAP, VRC. You will get special sessions on critical reasoning, NMAT, SNAP. You will get decision-making sessions. You will get regular and special GK sessions. This will be given to you as OMET support. So don't worry, you will have enough number of classes for other management entrance tests. No one else provides this number of classes that Fine Jaipur is giving you for other management entrance tests, because we believe that we are preparing you for an MBA entrance. And CAT is one of them. Others are also one of them. Now, 2216 is a book on critical reasoning. 2211 2211 is GK. 2207 book on reasoning. 2220 is a quant support book. Speed enhancement book on maths is there. 1901. This is actually for SNAP. Verbal ability booklet is there, 2214. Grammar booklet is there. Then you have fill in the blanks exercise book. You have vocab book exercise. 29 individual tests will be there. 12 online tests will be there. 34 OMETs would be there. 8 computer adaptive tests for NMAT would be there. 2216 is meant for OMETs only. No, 2216 is meant for critical reasoning, but the questions which are given, they are directly asked in exams like NMAT, ZAT, IFT, SNAP, etc. Because in CAT, you don't have direct critical reasoning questions. We only understand critical reasoning from the application point of view. So I said it is required for, it is a good book for OMETs. Okay. So this much support you will be getting in terms of study material, in terms of tests, in terms of online tests. Okay. That will be there on student homepage. Don't worry. Now, don't ask specialized programs right now. I'll be talking to you on this subject later on, where I'll be talking about all MBA specializations. Okay. Now, this is about OMETs. To repeat, just one point I'll repeat. Deadlines of exam should be kept in mind, and we have to apply before that, because if exam is gone, then a list of institutes or a series of institutes will be gone. तो आपको ध्यान रखना है डेडलाइंस का एग्जाम की, और एग्जाम में मिस नहीं करनी है डेडलाइन, because is it possible that exam dates may extend if third wave hits? Last year कुछ extend नहीं हुआ था, so don't worry about it. So just focus on exams. Just keep this thing in mind that you guys are preparing for CAT, you guys are preparing for other exams, and all these exams are important for you, है ना? तो आपको पूरी preparation gamut में बहुत support मिलेगा. Anything else that you wish to ask, you can ask me right now at this platform. I'll be answering, but about OMETs only. Only about OMETs. Okay, I'll do that. I will do that. NMAT session wala part, I'll do that. Okay. Arpit Agarwal, I'll do that. Exam for SPGen. SPGen would be accepting, mainly they'll be accepting CAT score. They'll be accepting ZAT score also. Anything about OMET? Paresh, these sessions will be starting by September end. CET is Maharashtra CET exam, which is conducted very late. So that's the last exam. So don't worry about Maharashtra CET. FMS Delhi accepts CAT. Yes, I said ask about OMETs. Okay, so I think OMET का major part अपन ने cover कर लिया है. You guys are so आप OMETs अपने पोर्टल पे अपनी शेड्यूल के हिसाब से, कैट के हिसाब से, जैसे आपका कैट का प्रिपरेशन हैम्पर नहीं हो, उसके हिसाब से यू कैन स्टार्ट टेकिंग देम. ये कब तक भरे, एग्जाम की जो डेडलाइन है उससे पहले भर देना, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Usually exams are conducted on Sunday and university exams are not held on Sundays. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Kuldeep, soon we all will be visiting. Don't worry. When to schedule NMAT? I've given you a window, 3 window process दिया है कैसे apply करना है. Okay, so I think I've answered almost all the queries with respect to OMETs. I've covered everything. So wish you all the best, guys. May God bless you. Keep rocking. Take care of your health. Take care of your elders. Take care of your hard work. Because everything will fail, but your hard work will not fail. So bye-bye from my side, and thank you from your side. Rock stars. come out with flying colors. Bye bye.